Yeah, they don't want you eating too much.
You go now. You've been there 4 hours.
You eat too much, you don't come back.
You need to eat vegetables. Eat broccoli.
Eat more rice.
Eat more rice.
Fried rice.
Well, when I walked in, I said, no rice, no rice, don't want no rice of no kind.
That's fried rice. Fried rice.
Yep.
Anyway, we've got a couple, they're fairly decent. There's a couple places make a good hamburger, but it's not like living in the city.
Oh, one of these days I'm going to stop in Kernersville. They got a place called Bubba Burger. I don't know if it's any good, but it looks good. Bubba. I keep intending to stop, but I never think about it.
You know, Popeyes has got some good food.
Not the one down here.
Well, maybe not down there, but they've got a couple new sandwiches that sound pretty interesting.
I'll be honest with you, for Popeyes used to be the best damn chicken place that you could get, better than KFC, until COVID. Ever since COVID, Popeyes has went way downhill. At least they have down here.
Yep, the same thing here.
Well, it may be that way everywhere. I don't know. Is it the help?
No, it's their food. It used to be real good chicken, good and crispy. Their coleslaw was fresh. Their potatoes and mashed potatoes was fresh. It's just like now. The last time I stopped at Popeyes and I looked, and you could have had enough. You could have squeezed enough grease out of that fried chicken. You could have fried another batch.
Yep.
Well,
And,
something else I'll tell you,
it
KFC
looked like it
has
was
the
leftover
smallest
from the day
drumsticks
before.
I believe I've ever seen.
It was terrible.
They're cooking babies.
The only thing I like at KFC anymore is that pot pie. Now that's good.
I got pot pie that's better right down at Zoe's.
Yeah, well, we don't have the Zoe's up here, Bill.
Yeah, I know.
We don't
They
either.
can't eat that stuff at Friday and Saturday, but boy, I'll tell you what, you get in there Friday afternoon about 2 in the afternoon, and you walk in there, look at all them booths, and everybody's eating pot pie.
Yeah, it's good stuff if it's right.
Yeah, they make it in glass bowls. Well, ceramic. Homemade, no pre-made, homemade.
Up in Michigan, upstate Michigan, there's a place called Frankenmuth, and they have a place that specializes in chicken dinners. And this is old-fashioned homebrew, family-style chicken dinners as much as you want, and it's all served family-style.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, you don't come out of there hungry at all, Bill.
We got a place up near North Wilkesboro. I can't think of the name of it at the moment. If John was here, he probably could pop it off the top of his head. But they got big tables, and people sit at it, and you order chicken dinner, and they bring you out about I'd say 2, maybe 3 gallons of mashed potatoes, 3 gallons of gravy, and 50 pieces of chicken in a great big bowl, and you just pick out what you want, and it just never ends. You get down low, and the girl come by and say, you need some more? She'll bring out a great big tub of everything and fill it all back up.
Yeah, that's my kind of place.
And he would have to shove a tube in your butt and clean you out so he'd make room and stick your finger down your throat and throw up where you can start over again.
Oh, no, I ain't wasting good food. What goes in better stay there till it comes out the next day.
Absolutely.
I don't see where he puts it all in there from.
Oh, I could put it away myself, but eventually it's got to come out.
And that's why he goes anywhere with Bill when he eats so much. 15 minutes later, he's got to poop.
That's pushing breakfast out.
You're making room for lunch.
That's it.
Well, boy, this damn thing has done raised my temperature up in this room by 6 degrees. Damn. Whew. Anyway, I ain't going to have to worry about keeping this room warm in the wintertime, but right now it's cooking. I want to say Sammy 3. Catch y'all in the morning. AJ4MT.
All right, catch you later, Chip.
7-6, Chip. W4NFR.
A4WJM. Well, you gonna go make it down to Shelby?
Nope.
I think if it don't rain, John and I are gonna go down.
Well, I probably should, but it's just not worth it for me.
Well, it really, I don't know. He wants to sell that Henry amp. That's his main goal, and he's got some other junk that Ed's gonna bring up. What's he got? He's got a ICOM 735 or whatever that one is like you got. 7300.
You gonna sell that?
He's got 2 of them, so he's gonna sell one of them.
Well, okay. I sold my extra one.
Yep, he's got the matching external speaker for it too.
Yeah, I've got one of them too. I've got the mod kit in both of them too.
A what kit?
There's a mod kit for the speaker.
What do you do?
You take the speaker out, throw it away, and all the guts, and you put the parts that give you inside the away.
Oh, a new speaker that sounds better?
Yeah, it's got baffles and all that stuff in it, and new speaker. It improves the speaker.
I'll bet. That's like them little Kenwood SP23 speakers that came with the 570. The first thing when I bought my 570, I bought a pair of speakers because they matched it. I could set one on each side. It looked cool. It really looked kind of cool. And the first time I plugged them in, I went, oh no. One speaker and a whole lot of metal. And I went, oh no, this ain't gonna work. And I went in and took the dang things apart and completely lined them with acoustic foam.
Yeah, this is what they're doing with these. You have these pads you put in, and it makes it really a nice speaker inside.
Yep. Yeah, I didn't go the route to change the speaker, which was fair, but it wasn't great. But had I, thought about it, I probably could have went down and bought something a lot better in a speaker.
Yeah, I don't know a lot about speakers. I've built a few boxes for speakers and this and that. There's a real art to it, which I really don't know much about. So I know putting these acoustical pads and stuff in there seems to help.
Oh, it does. It helps a lot. And always leave an air vent in the back, or like when I built my speakers for my stereo, I actually bored a hole in the front and then tapered it, smoothed it in and out, and that's my airflow for the bass. The bass is not only did I acoustic shield it, but I put soundboards inside to reflect the bass back, and so it would pull from the front and exhale out the front as you hit a bass note. And I knew I had it right when I could take a wooden match and light it, turn the volume up to 6 and blow the match out.
There you go. Yeah.
I did that, and my son said, "Damn, Dad." I said, "Yep, it's working now."
K4YZK.
Hey, YZK, what's going on?
Can y'all hear me?
Oh, of course I hear you.
Hey, John.
That ain't no John, it's Glenn.
That's Lynn down there, close to Chip, not too far away, but far enough to make sure he didn't live next door.
Oh, okay. Glenn, yeah, YZK. I thought you said IZK.
Well,
my hearing ain't good.
Everybody then, K4YZK.
What's it going on down there Alabama way?
Well, I don't have my amplifier on. I'm not putting something to me voice out here. I can't understand what's going on.
You're about S8, S9.
Huh. Well, I'm not running the amplifier. It's on, but it ain't kicking in. I don't know what's going on. I'm running 100 watts, so I'm doing something wrong here.
Yeah. if it ain't kicking in, maybe you put too much in it, back your damn drive down to about 40 watts to see if it don't come back alive.
No, it's not that easy. I tried it at 10, that went up all the way up to 50. It ain't doing nothing.
Hey, Bill.
And going through the amplifier, I'm not putting out many watts at all. To the tuner, I'm putting out probably peaking 20.
Bill, when you check your email, I sent you a photo.
Okay, it's in the other room on the charger.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I'll give it to you in a nutshell. It's a Yaesu 101, you know, one of those new ones.
Yeah?
And the guy's got one of the transistors removed, and the reason is he bought it like 2 hours ago, brought it home, plugged it in, used it, and the power output went.
Ouch.
And you'll see why. They didn't use any grease on the damn PA transistors.
Ah, man, no heat sink compound.
Brand new. And he removed one and it's clean as a whistle under there.
I'd send the rig back and say, I'll bet the other one's the same way.
Probably, but I'd replace them and put some grease on them. Probably be all right.
That's comical.
Yeah, I'd want to see a little white coming out of the edges on them things.
Yeah, if I don't see white, I worry. Do you remember the early day solid white ceramic spacers between the transistor and the metal back?
Yeah.
They ain't worth much either.
Now, you got to get dirty and sticky to have a good one.
Well, you take them off and get the ones made out of isinglass and goop that up and put it in there.
Yeah.
Then you get some heat transfer to your heat sink.
Yeah, well, see, on these RF transistors, it's just the transistor, the goop, and the heat sink. And you got to have that goop in there to transfer the heat. There ain't no mica or anything involved,
Yep, I know it. It's comical.
But they got a lot of nerve cranking something out like that.
Well, you know how it is. Friday night, somebody wanted to make the beer party and said, I ain't got that time for that.
Somebody had a vagina on their mind.
Yeah. I don't believe she'd like that lithium.
Anyway, I thought you'd get a kick out of seeing this thing. It's unbelievable.
I have no doubt. I've seen crap like that with CB rigs occasionally. Was it the TO5 case, the flat pack with 3 legs out the bottom?
Well, it's the round ceramic with the 4 legs, 2 of them's grounds, one's an in, one's an out.
Yep.
It's probably a MOSFET. I think it might be a VRF 150.
Okay. Yeah, they mount a little different, but the old 1306, 1307 MFJ, or not MFJ, Motorola 1306, 1307, driver and final. You get one in once in a while. Guy says, I bought it, I ran it for about 45 minutes and it quit. And I went, okay, take it apart. No dope on the final. Just take it out automatically, put some dope on it, put the new piece of isinglass in place, bolt it all back up with its little plastic screw, and and solder the leads back in place. So here you go, you're back on the air.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure they do things like that sometimes. They get in a hurry or run out of goop and put it together without it.
MFJ, like I said, if it rattles, take the next one and shake it too.
But when it comes to them, I rattle it, and then I take it apart, and I put the screws where they go, and probably have to realign it, and then we're good to use.
That's it.
I don't know how they stay in business like that.
I don't either, but you can't buy a box of watt meters or any of their small gadgets, and you get a whole case of them in, Just pick the box out of the case, shake it. If it rattles, set it aside, go to the next one till you find one that don't rattle. It's usually okay.
Yeah.
Ones that rattle, you know, I'd get them in. The guy says, I bought this, but it's got something in here rattling around. I said, yeah, take it apart. 9 out of 10 times it was a case ground mount fruit. They got the wire soldered on the little tab that you're supposed to bolt up to the bottom of the chassis, but they never bolted it up. They just left it there.
You know, Mississippi is 48th in the nation as far as education.
I thought it was lower than that.
No, the ones that are lower are West Virginia and Arkansas.
You sure California didn't fall in that bracket now?
California's 15th.
You know, they used to be number 1 when I was growing up.
Used to have college paid for it. You could work your summers and earn enough money to go to school.
Yep. It was, when I was growing up, in fact, when I graduated, California was listed as the number 1 state in education. They sure have fell a long way.
Well, the number 1 state for education is now Massachusetts, followed by Maryland, Connecticut, Virginia, New York, New Jersey, Colorado, Vermont, so on.
Oh, yeah.
Most of the other states are really hurting.
Man. Well, Mass, you expect MIT.
Well, that's Massachusetts, yeah. Now, Ohio's 32nd, which is not too bad.
No. They seem to have a drug problem up there, though.
Oh, they got that everywhere.
Oh, Ohio was, a couple of years ago, was having more people dying from that stupid drug that they got now that they're still raising hell about. They seem to got, it all must have went to Ohio. Somebody must have got a tractor trailer load and took it up there.
Probably did. Pennsylvania's 16th, Minnesota's 17th, Georgia's 18th, which surprised me. Maine is 19th, Kansas is 20. You know, they all work toward being the worst, I guess.
Yep. Well, West Coast is going to go down, and I'll tell you why. With all the stores that are leaving Oregon, Washington, and California, there is like Nordstrom the other day.
California's getting ate up with smash and grabs.
That's exactly right. They made the law so lenient that if it don't cost $2,000 or less, the security told them to stand there and watch them.
Yeah, there's only about 2 or 3 states where you can actually go to college and earn your enough money in the summer to go there.
Yep.
That's sad.
That is.
I think Idaho might be one of them. I forgot now. But they're out there.
See where that Mount St. Helens in that area is becoming very suspicious due to the heavy earthquake activity?
Well, it always has been.
Yeah, well, it always has been, but you know, after Mount St. Helens erupted, now they are starting to figure out that it might do it again.
You know, everything out there is a volcano.
Yep. People don't realize also that Idaho, if you look at the top half of Idaho, it's all the land out there is lava underneath the dirt.
Yeah, that was all built from volcanoes.
That's right.
Craters of the moon. I used to work in there.
That was an interesting place.
Yeah. Well, there's a couple of, I'd say, hilltops, what do you want to call them? It's actually a couple of dormant volcanoes, let's face it.
Yep.
And we had a repeater up there. But the RF was so bad,